why it's okay not to be a morning person and embrace your natural rhythm. All right, so today's topic is very close and near and dear to my heart, and why it's perfectly okay not to be a morning person. I don't know about you, but I am sick and tired of the stigma that surrounds those of us who don't leap out of bed at the crack of dawn. So let's talk about why being a night owl isn't something to be ashamed of and how we can embrace our natural rhythms. Hello, I'm Eva. I'm the founder of Fierce Rich Money. After 2 years of unemployment, I'm back in debt. Oh, I'm also a night owl. So I've gotten out of debt before using my plan. I'm doing it again. So this channel is about normal ways of getting out of debt, not the extreme ways that litter the internet. We're going to cut through all the lies and misinformation that's keeping us poor. All right. So, first off, let's debunk the myth that being a morning person is somehow superior. Yeah. Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Society often glorifies the early risers, but the truth is, not everybody's clock is wired to function as if it is like the best time of the day is the morning. So there's this pervasive idea that early risers are more productive, more successful, even healthier. But science tells us everyone's circadian rhythm, basically our internal body clock, is different. Some people naturally feel more alert and productive later in the day, and that's perfectly normal. Understanding our circadian rhythms, all right? So first, you know what, let's define it. So everyone has one, and it's the internal body clock that influences your sleeping patterns and alertness, and energy levels. So for night owls, this naturally shifts later in the day. So meaning they feel more awake and productive in the evening and at night. So there we go. Genetics also suggests that being a night owl is partly genetic. Some people are simply wired to function better at night. And this isn't a choice or a habit, it's a natural preference shaped by their biological makeup. Night owls, like myself, might find that our peak productivity happens late in the afternoon or the evening, and that's okay. You know, it's about working within your natural rhythm and not against it. Oh, and I have a BA in history, so let's talk about the historical context. Past societies in ancient times, communities benefited from having people awake and alert at different times of the day. Night owls played an important role in keeping watch or performing tasks during the night when others were asleep. So you needed those owls to stand guard from predators and rival tribes. So look, we're not doctors or nurses. Well, some are, but we save lives, okay? Talk about the perks of being a night owl. So, contrary to popular belief, there are some real advantages for not being a morning person. For one, night owls experience bursts of creativity and focus in the evening hours. And you know what? This is usually when the world is quieter and less distractions. And this can be a huge advantage in creative work, in problem solving, in any task that requires deep concentration. Adaptability and flexibility. Night owls are more adaptable to the irregular work hours, making them valuable in jobs that require evening and night shifts. Global connectivity. So, you know what? With the world becoming increasingly connected, night owls can easily communicate with people in different time zones, making them effective in international roles. So why morning person pressure is unfair. So let's address the pressure to conform to a morning person schedule. Look, the truth is the pressure is often based on outdated norms and assumptions that don't take into account individual differences. Look, diversity, babe. We've all heard the saying, the early bird catches the worm. But the reality is, productivity isn't about when you work, it's about how you work and whether you're getting things done at 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. What matters is you're working efficiently and effectively. So, how can you thrive as a night owl in a world that's often built around early morning people? All right, so here are some tips to help you embrace your natural rhythm and make it work for you. You know what? First, realize it's not a character flaw, all right? It's your body. Um, Establish a consistent sleep schedule, even if it's later than what's considered normal. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day really helps regulate your body's clock, making you feel more rested and energized. Next, plan your day around your peak energy times. If you're most alert and focused in the evening, schedule the most important tasks for that time. Like, don't force yourself to tackle a big project in the morning if that's not when you're at your best. Look, my boss knows, as she's learned, not to ask me certain things before 11 a.m. She's great. So it's also important to communicate your needs to others, especially if you work or live with morning people. Let them know that's not your schedule, but it doesn't mean you're less productive or committed. All right? So let's please stop the shaming. All right? One of the biggest takeaways from this discussion is that we need to stop shaming. Just because someone isn't a morning person doesn't mean they're lazy, unmotivated, or less successful. Right? We all have different schedules. We all have different work styles and rhythms, and that diversity should be respected, right? So if you're a morning person, that's great. If you're not, that's great too. What matters is that you find a routine that works for you. All right? And I have 3 final thoughts on the subject. Then I'll let you go. 1, I want you to remember, everyone, it's okay to embrace your natural rhythms. Being a night owl doesn't mean you're any less productive, you're any less valuable than someone who thrives in the morning. It is not a character flaw. 2, reject the pressure to conform to an early bird schedule. That's not who you are. Embrace your late nights, your creativity burst, and know that you're perfectly fine just the way you are. Number 3, now this is just for the night owls. We ride at dawn. It is time for rebellion and revolution. It is time we take back our pride in our ability to sleep late. I was up until 1:30 doing work. Most of us have been up all night, so it's not a problem for us to meet at dawn because we're not getting up early to get there. All right? Just remember, bring your own coffee because our rebellion and revolution does not have a big budget. Okay, bring a snack also. All right, well, thank you for joining me in this discussion. If you're a fellow night owl, love you. Again, not a character flaw. And, how does it work for you? Like, put it in the comments. Do you have a job, like a 12-hour overnight nurse? Like, that was always, in my mind, like the perfect job for me, with the exception of the nursing part. But like a 12-hour overnight nurse, 3-4 days a week, that's like, would be perfect. But again, except for the nursing part, because that I can't do. So yeah, in the comments, let me know how you make it work for you. All right. Oh, and keep in mind, I'm recording this video. It's, what time is it? It is 12:40 p.m. a.m. Sorry, a.m. Because, and you know, I'm going to be recording a few more and doing other stuff because I am a night owl. I am wide awake. And tomorrow is Saturday, so I will be able to sleep late. Yeah. All right. Thank you. And again, we ride at dawn. Bye.